Guys, I just told some woman that I've never rode on an elevator in my life, and I was asking her if she was nervous about getting on the elevator, and she said no, she thinks she's gonna be all right. And I said okay, because I have this elevator anxiety. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm not sure how long the whole procedure lasts. I'm not sure if they have oxygen in there in case anything bad happens. I'm not sure if they have any escape doors or any emergency protocol if the worst occurs. So she starts laughing, and I'm like kind of laughing too, and she's trying to figure out if I'm being serious or not. I was not being serious, but I just continued playing along that narrative of me going into an elevator for the first time in my life, and she started playing along, and so we laughed the whole way down the elevator. So that's my elevator in Australia story. And thank God the woman had a good sense of humor, and she could jump in it with me, quite literally and figuratively as well. We are very close to the Sydney Central Station. This is a tramway. I think you guys saw that just trams went by. Here's a pub. Let's do like a little quick kind of walk through. Standard pub on a corner. I'll show you something too. So try to not get hit here. They have the big roof line, just a rounded roof line. You see it everywhere in Australia. With these beams over here, I don't know, hopefully you can see them. Stand up on this thing. It's like a beam there, beam there. They're all supporting that overhang, and that's just typical architecture for, I guess, for Australia at large. You go over here, you'll see them too. Like I'll go this where it says money exchange and just show you. You can see, hopefully you can see that, like that one right there. And you even see it in Brisbane. I mean, if you go to the, what I think it's the town hall, you've got that very exact setup with a very large overhang and the wires, or what the hell are they? Beams? I don't know what you call them. I'm not an architecture expert, but they're either wires or beams that are holding the awning up, or at least ensuring that it doesn't drop down on people, cause some serious harm. Another interesting building right here. It's got a 7-Eleven underneath it. And it's another classic bar. I'll just do like a quick in and out of the look around. Sneak out. I think they're watching footy or placing bets. They've got tons of gambling opportunities here, which is controversial because they put the pokies, they're basically slot machines, inside these bars, and they also have the lottery, and they have horse racing that you can bet on, all in the same bar. So it's controversial because people think that it's kind of predatory, like you're just giving people who might be vulnerable too much temptation to gamble their life away. Get drunk, gamble your life away. Get drunk, gamble your life away. And you can see how that could become a routine that would be very destructive to the person who's losing money all the time, but also to their relationships with their wife or husband, and to their children, and also to their career if they start. If the addiction starts to kind of overtake them and starts to affect their productivity at work or even their attendance at work. It's like this cycle of addiction right there. How inspiring, right? But anyway, so this is the primary walkway, and if we continue along here, it will bring us up and then down towards one of the quays. It's like Q-U-A-Y. The way I read it is K or quay, but they say quay. Circular quay is the one where you've got the Sydney Opera House. It's like one of the most famous, I guess, if not the most famous quays, and obviously the Opera House is just the iconic symbol, landmark of not only Sydney but all of Australia. It's the building that's probably the most photographed and the most viewed by visitors to Australia. The emblem of the country. And second to that might be Ayers Rock, the very large Aboriginal rock in the middle of the outback that you used to be able to climb, but now they no longer allow it. So anyway, this is probably the most commercial area of Sydney, or at least one of them. If we go forward, there's I was talking about the quays, right? So there are all these quays, and they have incredible boats, yachts, and there are all these restaurants that surround them. So it's like more upscale. Here it's kind of like not upscale, it's just basic standard stuff, not fancy, but probably you get almost anything you need if you just walk along this walkway here. And I like it. It's just super wide. I mean, look, it's a far distance between me and that, like, side over there, and it's even walk, you know, it goes over there too. So let me stop it there, and I'll pick it up, maybe tell a story.